Bang. We are live. Welcome back to the Lobe.
Hi, guys.
What up, Miles?
Wow. What's up, Garnett? How you doing?
I'm doing
How you been?
amazing. Been driving. Been drinking water. Been using the
Water
bathroom regularly.
hydrates. Yeah.
It's
Well,
important, you know.
that is one of the consequences, unfortunately.
If you want to be hydrated, you're gonna have to piss a lot, and it's a risk.
lot.
It's a risk I'm willing to take. How are you doing, Miles?
Well, I'm doing good, you know. We had a really nice day over here, and it's been nice outside, about like cool 80, kind of toasty, but you know, Virginia's tomorrow. It's gonna be like 40 degrees. Watch.
Of course. If it was
you know,
logical, it wouldn't be Virginia, my friend. Wouldn't be. I will say this is the first time we're doing this, and the sun is out, so that feels good. You know.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not nighttime right now.
Yeah, the
This is
sun
the
will come
first.
out.
You know.
Yeah.
So shout out to the sun. Shout out to the gang.
Yeah, shout out to the sun, dude. What?
Shout out to the sun. Shout out to the sun.
Shout out to that boy.
You asked me to listen to a song last time, and that song was Samara
Boom.
Joy,
Mm-hmm.
Can't Get Out of This Mood.
Yep.
Deeply impressive, beautiful track, well executed, incredible voice, peculiar voice. I loved it. I'm not used to hearing that style anymore, and it was done in a way that was new school and old school simultaneously. I love when you can hear that somebody's using something from the past and they've cleaned it up in the mixing bay. I loved it. Excellent song. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you asked me. I really do like that track though. That's Samara Joy. She's
It's an excellent song.
crazy.
Excellent song.
You asked me to listen to a song which was called, what was it called?
I believe it was Do You Like Me, but I can't remember. It was either I Wish You Roses by Caliuchis or Do You Like Me.
I Wish You Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Was that was last week.
Was it last week?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Do You Like Me? You asked me to listen to Do You Like Me, and I listened to
Hell yeah.
to Daniel Caesar,
Yeah.
and it was good, man. It's like, now I feel like I'm kind of listening to somebody who knows he makes good music is an asshole, but that's just a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a smooth ass R&B song. You know what I mean?
It's butter.
But it's butt butter, bro.
Big butt butter, my friend. Silky butt butter. It's woo-wee.
That joke is woo-wee.
Woo-wee.
For sure.
Yeah. Graceful track. So I think that's a first. We went 2 and 2. I liked your track and you liked my track. This is the first time we've ever done this.
Oh my god.
This is history right here. This is history.
We should have a fucking confetti should pop out, and like there should be a party for it.
This should be a bigger deal than it is, but huge deal over here for me anyways.
I wonder how many times that's gonna happen. I feel like not very many.
Not very many. No, we should savor this. Savor this moment.
Just sit in it, bask.
Yeah. It's not going to be often. So for you, I'll go first. Your new track is 60 Days by Larry June and The Alchemist.
Okay. I think I saw a promo for this.
If you don't like this song, I'll be shocked.
Wow. You know
this is a
what?
slam dunk for you, boss.
Okay. All right. It's a slam dunk for me, boss. I got you, bro.
I'll put 25 cents on this that you like it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know, big money.
Yuck.
Blowing
Yuck,
my savings,
dude.
dog. Blowing my savings dollars.
yeah, dude.
Wilding out.
Oh man. I don't even know if I can match that, dude. That's a scary bet right there.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, man. It's all right. I'm wilding out. I'm feeling crazy.
My track for you actually discovered it yesterday. It's called The Adults Are Talking by The Strokes.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I'm a chickity check that shit. Oops.
Check that one out.
This is on that album Mikey told me. Mikey told me to listen to The Strokes.
Shout out Mikey, dude.
Shout out Mike. Shout out Mikey. My man's. Excellent. Cool. So, what is the album that we are here to talk about, Mr. Black?
They'll never understand Herbert Anthony.
One more time. What was that?
They'll never understand Herbert Anthony, dude. Herbert. We listened to Herbert this week, dude.
Herbert,
By
not
Ab-Soul.
Sherbert. Herbert.
No, don't clown on him like that. Herbert, bro.
Sherbert.
Like herb. Like, what is we smoking, dog? Herbert, man.
Yeah, I gotta say this out loud. If this was anyone else, I'd be roasting his shit. I'd be roasting his shit.
Herbert, nigga. Yo.
Are you shitting me, bro? He would get it.
Man.
But, I mean, look, this nigga is no joke. He's just, I don't know. You go, what'd you think? What did you think of the album?
Bro, it's fucking hip hop galore. This shit is like, man, dude, it's in so many words, bro. It's a fucking really good hip hop album, dude. It's a really fucking good hip hop album. And that's what I'm going with. What do you think?
It's a good album. It is a good album. He's one of those people, I expect this out of him, and he did not disappoint. You know?
Oh,
I have
man.
low expectations for niggas, and Ab-Soul is one of those people where I put him in that category where it's like, he may not have the acclaim of a Kendrick or a Drake or a Cole or whatever, but
Yeah.
he's in that territory where it's like, he's one of the greatest rappers to ever do it. And
Bro,
I put him
sincerely.
up there. You know what I mean? Like, he's in the J category. He's in the Nas category when it comes to straight fucking bars.
Yes,
and he did
dude.
not disappoint on this album. It was an excellent album.
Yeah, bro. It's like a treat for people who like hip hop and wordplay, because it's like around every corner. It doesn't matter if you've listened to the song 100 fucking times. That 101st time you listen to it and you turn that corner and you see something that you've heard before that you haven't actually understood yet, bro. That realization, that moment is fucking insane. And it's like all the time with this album, bro. It's great. It's great and I love it.
Yeah, I feel like in the same way you just said that, I'm gonna be turning corners on this bitch for a long time.
Bruh.
I keep finding new bars, and the thing about soul when it comes to rapping is like, I'll hear him rapping, but my brain just isn't fast enough to keep up with the fuck this nigga's saying. So he'll say a bar,
Dog, yeah, man.
and
Yeah.
I'm like calculating, and then I've missed the next two bars. So I like have to listen to it
Exactly.
again, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, as I have to slowly digest it. It's yeah, this nigga's up to something, man. Favorite track? What's your favorite track off the album, bro?
Bro, my favorite track, I'm gonna have to go with fucking, man, it's like, if you know you want to choose Gotta Rap, right, as the favorite track. But I really like Fallacy.
Why? What's up with that?
It kind of reminds me of you remember that song Writer's Block
Yeah, from a minute
by
ago,
Ab-Soul?
like a long ass
Yeah.
time ago. Like, wasn't that off
Yeah.
of the one with nothing new on it?
I think
No,
I don't know.
it was after that, I think.
I feel like I was just like a YouTube John. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But it felt like a hip hop exercise, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and bro, at the end of it, at the end of like, like the 4 or 8 bar section, he'll be like, he'll have like an affirmative word, and the sample in the background will be like, somebody in the house say hell yeah, and he's like, word.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
bro, duh.
Yeah.
Bro, man.
Yeah.
Bro, loyal to the soil. That's manure shit. That's probably why they dying for my newer shit. Like, bruh. That shit is crazy, man.
It's just I can't. I literally can't. I've tried to process this nigga's bars before, and I just cannot.
It's crazy.
I don't even try, bro.
He's hitting you over the head with absolute thinkers over top of fucking bro.
Yeah.
It's
like getting it straight from the tit. You know what I'm saying? You're not even milking the cow. You just have your mouth on the cow. You know what I'm saying?
Teated in, bro. Teated up, teated in, dude.
Teated out, teated in, teated around the whole way, my friend. Just teated. Just teed. Entirely. I love fallacy. We'll get to what I was about to say later. My favorite track. And look, this is like the third time that I've picked a single to be my track.
Oh.
Once again, I don't fucking care, bro. I don't care. Do Better is my favorite track. And the reason why Do Better is my favorite track is because it hits me in a really personal way that I haven't been able to be hit by any other artist. And I think the last time that he has hit me in this exact same way was Control System, and before that was Nothing New off of you know what I'm talking about. And
long term.
Yeah.
Long term mentality. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't get hit with feeling the way that I feel about music in that way unless they actually fully relate to me. And I feel like I feel related to with Ab-Soul's work. And I feel like Do Better was something that I could have used in the past, honestly, because I've gone through my troubles with trigger warning, with depression and bad thoughts, and I've been through we've both been through the bend with that shit. And this song, bro, we've been in the weeds heavy, and this song is not only an excellent representation of it, but a wall for you to lean on while you're going through it, which is hard. It's a hard line to toe, and he did it perfectly. And I also think Zakari did an amazing job with his vocals. It's just an excellent track. It's my favorite track on the album. I love it.
It's an amazing like just like you said, bro. I could not say that better, bro. I couldn't say it better. It's like this perfect balance between like pitiful, depressing, and hopeful and uplifting. You know what I mean? Because you have to confront and you have to look at those things, but also you can't just you know what I mean? You can't just wallow in that shit. And I think he delivered, like you said, that wall to lean on for his fans and through crafting that song, I would hope, for himself. You know what I mean? Because
I would hope. I can't tell that anymore, man, personally. Because I looking at all these artists that I love, I mean, look at Robin Williams. He was always placing that wall up for people to lean on, and behind it, he was suffering. Chadwick. It's just like a lot of people do it so that they can, save others, And I feel like with Ab, I'm not gonna say I know this nigga. I don't know this nigga, but like from the music I've been listening to, this sounds like a rebound off of the feeling that he used to write this song with. It's like not only the feeling, but the rebound off of it as well. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hell of a track, man. Hell of a track.
It's a crazy track, bro.
Favorite moments from the album? Go.
Okay, like Spiraling by Russ. You know that's Russ?
You talking about Russ?
Russ. You know that's Russ doing the spiraling section at the end of
Oh,
It'd Be
Do
Like
Better.
That.
Off of it's not Do Better.
It's
Go ahead.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
It's Russell.
It's Russ.
That does.
He literally Ab-Soul literally goes Russ.
Yeah, that's him for sure. Excellent. A lot of respect for Russ, man. He's you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I think my favorite moment is pretty much that, like, although Fallacy, I love Fallacy and it's like my favorite song, it's like It'd Be Like That has like some of the coolest moments musically, and like for me, like the whole album, like there's like there's so much cool stuff going on in that song, bro. A lot of cool shit going on in that song. Seriously, there's a lot to listen to. So, what about you?
Yeah. No, I gotta say before you move on, that song is a lot going on, and I think that's kind of like it's one of those things, you know. I gotta say I agree, my nigga. I agree. I got a few different favorite moments. I'm gonna kind of curate them for you.
Do it.
I think I got 4 or 3.
4. Okay.
The amount of callbacks to older listeners.
Oh my gosh, dude. Get Out of Town. The inside jokes.
Oh,
bro.
Man, don't you love that?
This system.
Come on, man. I was like, yeah, nigga. I know this nigga. I heard this shit. You know what I mean? It's rare that you get a treat in music. You get it all the time in movies, in all kinds of other different media or mediums. You get callbacks, like you get in paintings, you get, the certain kind of play and, the same kind of thing. But man, we get it with soul, bro. That nigga's like, bruh. And look, another thing about this favorite moments kind of thing. He was doing a Tiny Desk. You seen the Tiny Desk? They dropped it like today.
Dude, I watched like the first 5 minutes of it and I was like, oh my fucking God, the Jay-Z thing that he used over top of the pineal gland shit. Bro, that was fucking awesome, dude. And that was fucking sick.
My favorite part from that shit was he was like, he introduced the whole band. I don't think you've seen this part. He introduced the whole band and was like, this is my solar system. I turned the whole shit off and stepped away. I was like, give me a fucking break, bro.
Did he do a little shit-eating grin when he said it?
No, bro. He was like, this is the solar system. And did like the whole Last Supper. No, bro.
Holy
and that was my favorite
shit,
part
man.
of that, where he wasn't even fucking around. He was just dead. He just is like, it's kind of like Juicy J, where Juicy J will literally like in an interview be like, yeah, I was just, walking down the street one day, shut up! Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it's a nervous tick for Juicy.
Yeah.
Where Ab-Soul is just a genius and it pops out in that way. Next favorite part from the album, moment, is the bar, UFO or UFO, either way you in my space. That one, I was like, whoa. Hold on, Chief.
Yo.
And my last favorite thing is, I'm going to read it because I can't really read it and I'm talking. So one of my favorite things is when people don't let the singles stay the way they were originally released. AKA the Joey verse on Moon Shooter.
Hollandaise.
AKA the switch up on Hollandaise.
Oh my God, bro.
Man. You can fuck that up too, you know? You can fuck it up though.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
What are you going to say? What are you about to say?
I was going to say, sorry, man. That Hollandaise got me a little hyped, bro. I just remembered that's another one of my fucking favorite moments as well. And the switch ups at the end of the songs for the people who make it all the way to the end of the song. It's like a whole different song, and he's going way harder. Bro, the end of Hollandaise is fucking crazy. Still... That has some of my favorite bars are in the end of that shit, bro. It's so cool, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old days where you got ghost tracks and shit. You know, like at the end of like Late Registration where you got late, or you got, you know, like ghost tracks, bro. Like I miss that kind of shit. You know, like the fucking trap doors and the weird shit. You know.
Yes.
Ay, man. Ab-Soul.
It's so good, bro. He said on that song, he said at the end of Hollandaise, he said, still got a cousin in Compton that was making beats, creating waves with the sound. I took it as a sign, got my book of rhymes, grabbed the mic, and never put it down. Soon as he hit record, I transformed. I was now a god in man form. I was no longer me, but much more. What?
And this nigga's saying he's doing the Jay-Z. He's saying he's not writing this shit down.
You ain't writing it down.
I don't know, boss. I don't know, boss.
Bro, I mean, dude, I think it might be easier for him to not write it down. You know what I mean? He said his cornea.
No, I love the idea of that. I love the idea of that. I'd like to see it, though. I'm sorry. I'd like a little proof, friend.
That's kind of how, like, people don't believe Stevie Wonder.
Oh, God, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got it from a lot of different sources. You know when I really believed it about about Jay-Z was when Travis Scott was like, "Yeah, man, I don't have a Travis."
He comes up to you like, "What's up, dog?" And then he opens his mouth really wide and like makes a fucking high pitched fucking sound and freaks everybody out in the room. And then his hair goes up.
Travis Scott was in an interview and he was like, "Bro, I walked into the studio and I wasn't really a big Jay-Z fan, but then I saw him. He just started rapping, man." And that was the moment I was like, "Oh, all right, that was it. That was all I needed." I heard Jay-Z say it, but I'm gonna need some proof. I'm gonna need somebody else to verify the information because the bars he's putting down are fucking crazy, bro.
It is unbelievable. If Ab-Soul isn't writing this shit down, dog, it is like fucking Horace, like blind poet level shit. You know what I mean?
Jesus level bars, straight up. I'm not even a Christian, but this is Jesus level bars, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's Holy Ghost level shit, bro.
Ah, man, type shit. You feel me, bro? This nigga's on some shit.
Yes,
Holy
dude.
moly. Favorite mixing moments, mixing in general. Shoot.
Man, so they weren't like real flashy with the mixing and this shit.
Forgot I didn't mute the mic. I muted the mic, but I didn't mute the phone. So you were like,
yo,
my bad, dog.
Yo, wildin'.
Go ahead, my dude.
They weren't like flashy with the mixing in this album. And I think it's because it's not about that. It's about the rap, and that shines through. You know what I mean? But to say something about it, TDE always makes sure that they do several things in like an album. Like structure wise, it's great. At first listen, or like the first week I was listening to it, I was like, this is a little weird structure wise, but it makes total sense now. But like the Lance Skywalker shit in the background, like for Kendrick, or like for Ab-Soul. You know what I mean? Like they make sure they do that each album, and then there's always like the Janae Aiko song. You know what I mean?
At least
And
for
then
Soul.
yeah, at least for Soul. And then Soul will always have a song about like relationships and shit. You know what I mean? But mixing wise, I gotta say my favorite moment goes back to It Be Like That. I think that's yeah, It'd Be Like That. Like the entire space of the song and like the weird actual like spaceship sounds, like and there's like chimes and like a background choir, like like vocals and the shit back going in the back, bro. I mean, it is a crazy song. It is a crazy song for real.
It's a lot going on, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
What about you? What do you think mixing wise moment?
Actually, literally deleted basically exactly what you said. Where I like, cause like I wrote exactly what you said, then deleted it and found something because I was like, I don't want to not say something about it. But it's not a lot of shit going on with this fucking mixing, man. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, it's a very straightforward album. You know, there's not a lot of crazy playing or tricks. And of course, we say this in 2023. If this had come out in 2012, we would all be pissing on ourselves because this is just how it sounds now. Like, this is normal for us. But,
Yeah.
you know, the way that this sounds is pretty standard, except for a few tracks. The Wild Side.
Oh my gosh. That Janae Aiko genre. Yeah.
Nigga. The backgrounds on the hook. There's this background on the hook that's like out here. It's like.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And that shit cranking the entire hook, bruh. I love it. The outro of that song, crazy. Janae's voice, I've listened to some of her music just because I wanted to find out what was going on. I'm not a big fan.
Right.
Not that her music, it's just not for me. It's just literally not for me.
Yeah.
But I listen to her music sometimes. You know, like I love Sativa. And that song is impeccably mixed. Every time you hear her voice, it's impeccably mixed. And that's not a given for anybody where, you know, you'll hear some people and they'll be like, sometimes their track will be good. Sometimes it'll be a little funky. Jack Harlow has some moments where you're like, nigga, did they skimp on the budget for this track? Like, what's going on here, bro? You know what I mean? I thought you were with Drum. So it's like, Janae's voice is absolutely perfectly mixed. It sounds beautiful. And Herbert, the song,
oh my god.
I'm not even going to go into it. I'm just going to say, what in the fuck were them niggas smoking, bruh? Like,
bro,
because crack wouldn't even produce something like that.
Bro, you know the shit where you play the record backwards and it says like, you should suck your own fucking yeah. Yeah, it's like legit, like that's the vibe I get from that song. Like, play it backwards and you're gonna hear some fucking wild ass shit.
Yeah, and that brings me back to Control System. That's a callback to Control System, where niggas was listening to that joint and heard some shit we weren't supposed to hear in that fucking album.
Exactly, bro.
Never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, never forget when our fucking minds were actually blown.
My literally. So, you know, if you live in that life, go get you some vibes. Go get your vibes and go listen to Control System. You be careful in there.
And goodbye. And goodbye.
You know what I'm saying? And toodles, nigga. For the rest of your motherfucking life.
Toodaloo.
And toodle goddamn Lou. So yeah, man, I think Herbert just as a song, I mean, mind blowing. I listened to it in my hi-fi setup. It sounds like something I've never heard before. So
dude,
if you haven't heard that song, go just go fucking listen to the song. Even if you don't listen to the album, just listen to that song, Herbert. It's insane.
That's a heavy ass song too. I ain't even gonna lie.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Heavy as fuck. But I think it did its thing. It did its thing.
Oh,
you know?
it did its thing, bro.
Yeah, it was there for a point, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you've already talked about what you thought of the structure. Do you want to touch any more on the structure of the album?
Yeah. Well, also some of the things that they're doing to the samples, some of the mixing that they're doing to the samples. I just actually thought about this. Like, you know, the sample that's in Herbert, like that shit sounds actually crazy. It sounds like a little gritty too. You know what I mean? Some of the vocal samples that they use sound like a little gritty. It's really cool sound.
Yeah, they might be snagging those from actual records. Probably, because I know most people. You've seen Mass Appeal, Mass Effect, Mass Appeal. You know they really do that shit.
They really do. They really do. Structure wise, man, I think that he nailed it, bro. It's like you start for me, maybe because I like Ab-Soul so much already. I mean, what's not to like about his music making? It's like when I start the album, all of a sudden I'm at towards the end. You know what I mean? Like I blink one time and I'm freaking already on Wild Side, you know? So I feel like it has like a nice flow to it. I first thought it was like they would switch back and forth between like a happy song and a sad song. But I realized today it's not like that. It's like they know that Ab-Soul's shit is so lyrically dense. Like you were saying, it's hard to understand or comprehend exactly what he's saying. Like it's like being punched over the head with amazing lyrics and amazing rap for like 15 minutes. You're gonna need like a 3-minute break, like, you know what I mean, of Wild Side, you know what I mean, or like of Bucket, you know what I mean, because your brain is actually doing some crazy shit, whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? If you're actually listening. So I think that was a really mindful like decision that whoever made that, because it feels intentional, because it feels more digestible to me. And I'm just comparing it to like, you know, his last album, Do What Thou Wilt. Is that what it was actually called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like Do What Thou Wilt was so dense. There was so much good stuff in it, but it was like kind of hard to digest it as a read or as not a reader, as a listener.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It's that level of like fucking words though. Like seriously, you guys, anybody that fucking listens to this shit and hasn't heard Ab-Soul, please go listen to that shit. Your brain is going to be expanded.
Or melt, one or the other.
Yeah, one or the two, exactly. Exactly.
No, I absolutely feel everything you just said. I hadn't thought about it in that way, but it definitely is set up that way to kind of give you a breather in between the songs you're listening to. And I think that was definitely intentional. Thinking about how Punch works, where it's like, that nigga is about curation in a very serious way that is impressive, especially at this length of a career that he's had as an A&R and a manager. But in that same way, it's like, it's very interesting to think of who thought of that. I imagine it was Punch, but it's like, this is a different generation where now when we get tracks, we're expecting it to be either 2 minutes and 30 seconds or dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're looking for dumb shit and we want it to be fun and dumb. And the idea that he would be able to slap us over the head for, an hour and 8 minutes, which is exactly the runtime for this album, with straight bars is just not a thing, I didn't understand the function of Fuck Out My Face until literally 24 seconds ago. So I definitely get that, and I love that thought that you just put out there, man.
I appreciate that.
No doubt. The structure for me is what I wrote down. It pushes forward. It feels full. And not to rehash, but this is the difference between listening to something that's for you and isn't for you. This was made for me. And you know why I know this? Because this is the exact same runtime as SOS.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hour and 8 minutes.
But then
hour and 8 minutes.
Then I'm interested about Mr. Morale.
Sure.
Hour 18.
See what I mean?
That can't be a coincidence.
And it felt like SZA's was the longest album I've ever heard in my life. But it was... And it definitely had something to do with the fact that it was split up the way it was. It was 22 tracks. If you put 22 tracks on an album, it's going to feel longer than 18, which is what Soul's got here. But regardless, that's the difference between listening to something that you're looking for and something that you're not looking for. Secondly, I like how it ended on an upward trend. Gotta Rap is fun. It's you know, it's one of those, like you kind of said, it's one of those fucking jumping tracks. It felt like one of those, you know, at the end of like an old Ab-Soul album, you get a Black Hippie track, you know what I mean? It was kind of like the toy at the bottom of the box, you know? Like on OD where you got She Needs Me, you know what I mean? Like that fun shit. That fun shit that you would get at the end of an old TDE album. This was that. And I loved that. And it's like, I'm not used to getting that. It felt like a fucking classic TDE album. Now we can say that because it's been 10 years that we've been listening to these niggas.
Yeah.
This feels like a classic TDE album. Crazy.
Yeah, it really does, actually. It really does, actually. It truly does.
You know? It's a class, and I haven't gotten that in a long time. I liked Isaiah's album, The House is Burning, but it didn't feel classically TDE. Because Isaiah's never technically been classically TDE. Because we came into it with Black Hippie. We came into it and we were like, we niggas is still waiting on the next Black Hippie album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nothing against Zay. I love Zay to death. I love his music. I love everything. I like The House is Burning. But it just
Sylvia Demo.
There's something
is
about
insane.
that. Sylvia Demo is one of the best albums in my
changed my life.
In my life. Straight up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to TDE and what I know them for, when I started listening to them, it was Ab-Soul, Schoolboy, J-Rock, and Kendrick Lamar. Those were the core Black Hippie TDE niggas. And it felt great to get one of those things. It felt like I got to eat the cereal that I haven't found in a long fucking time, man.
Oh,
you know?
Man.
And I got the toy at the bottom of the box. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Bro. That's a prize. You know? That's a prize day right there.
Prize day.
Prize day.
All right.
Yeah,
Least
bro.
favorite part. Oh, go ahead. What do you got?
I was just gonna say on Gotta Rap, it's like literally he's conjuring the rap god and using all of the energy. It's like he literally is like, backpack raps with gas in it. Don't get your back peeled by the 5 minutes. Ha! You know what I mean? Like he's literally freaking the fuck out, dude. He's like, Primo, check. Dude, what? I was like, holy shit, bro. What the fuck? Why do I need to be sitting down in my car, bro? Like, oh my God. The first time I heard that, whoo, my blood got hot, dude.
Yo. Yes,
bro.
I absolutely. And look, you need to go look at the fucking Tiny Desk, but you need to finish the Tiny Desk because he brings
right after this.
He brings that whole energy to the Tiny Desk. I was like, it stressed me out a little bit because I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was
you conjuring.
Bro, had me stressed out. My jaw was clenched and shit. Like, that nigga really went in. He went in, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God. Gosh. Least favorite parts and why?
I feel like it's such a cop-out to say Oh, dude, I have such an easy least favorite part, but it has nothing to do with Ab-Soul. Let me give it to you. Big Sean's verse on Go Off.
I knew it. I knew it.
Like, I don't want to be that guy. I've done work with myself about this verse. Dude, I should not have to do that, bruh. You know what I mean? I'm trying to convince myself that this verse isn't what I feel like it is. You know what I mean?
Boss. Throw the towel in, man. It's not
Russ,
that great.
Russ sounds. It's funny because Russ is smoother, way smoother on the track, but content-wise, it's like he's not saying much, but it's still cool, right? But then Big Sean comes on, he's like, Big Sean, you know what I mean? Everything he does is fucking big. And boy, you know what I mean? He's like, he's had that cool thing, you know what I mean? And then he gets on the track and does that? Bro, what are you doing with the meter?
That was actually my problem with it. Was like where my nigga like.
You know what I'm saying? The metronome, dude.
Like my nigga, come on, bro. You know? Yeah, go ahead though.
But at least he got the Sean's. At least he got Janae Aiko and Big Sean on there. The whole.
He got a 2088 feature. He got a 2088 feature in 2023, which is absolutely crazy. Crazy.
So, I mean, yeah, I really dislike that Big Sean verse. And the reason why is because I fucking hate it. I try to do work with myself to like something that isn't, for me, likable. It's like the words are, I even will go this far with myself, dude. The words are fucking dope. You know what I mean? The things that he's trying to do with the words are sweet. But the delivery of those things takes away from it, my guy.
You know, rap is really about delivery, you know?
A huge part of hip hop is sounding cool, right? Like,
I would argue it's the whole thing, but
like a big part of it.
Yeah, at least 90
hip hop
90%
is the flow. The flow, dude. Where's your flow going, bro? I can't keep up. I'm having a hard time seeing where you're going, Big Sean. I'm having a very hard time seeing it.
We should be able to see that shit from across the street.
I should be able to but in my head. But I know what's coming next. But I can hear it in my head and it sounds right.
No. No, he's not leading anybody anywhere. He's
dog.
It's like trying to catch a buckshot.
Yeah, bro. But I adapt quickly.
What?
That's what he said. But I adapt quickly.
Does he say that on the track?
Yeah, he says, but I adapt quickly.
Wow. Because I listened to this album quite a few times at this point. I will admit, I've been skipping that song, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's not.
That's one of
no
the.
smoke, you know.
I only listen to Ab-Soul's verse and sometimes Russ's, and I never listen to Big Sean's verse. And I when I say never, I've listened to Big Sean's verse like 15 times, and I've tried it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I quit.
No, it has who's that nigga? Bun B energy. Bun B energy.
Yeah, I mean, chaotic.
Oh,
you talking about Sugar Free?
No. Shout out Sugar Free. I fuck with Sugar Free. Sugar Free sexy as fuck. That nigga will lick the mic. He'll be in there like,
I know, but
that nigga disgusting.
I've seen that technique before, Sugar Free. Where you get that from? Got it straight from the streets.
He's like, I got it from straight from the streets, nigga. Nigga, I've been around away for a long time. What do you know about time? Yo, that nigga's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Did you have any more shitting on Big Sean? I don't want to interrupt you. I'm enjoying this.
I feel like it's out of my system.
You got it all out.
Yeah, my least favorite part about Ab-Soul's album is nothing to do with Ab-Soul.
It has something to do with Ab-Soul. And look. Curation is a huge part of music.
He let him in the room to do that.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? We knew after I think my Jimmy to jump out the window. You know that with the jump out the window. You know what I'm talking about.
I think
you
I
know
do.
what I'm talking about. Hold up. I think I'm ready to jump out the window. This joint.
What's that?
Do you remember this?
What's that called?
Jump out the window, Big Sean.
Oh yeah, this album. Yeah, this album.
That album was tough. But we know that was the end. We were all aware that was it. You know what I mean? Like when it came out, we were all like, "Oh, thank God, we get a last Big Sean album."
Yeah. See you later, bud.
Feel free to go into retirement. We love what you gave to the game. You gave niggas like me,
Big Sean.
Niggas like me, a way to feel comfortable making rap music. Cause
bro.
I'm not like the coolest nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he gave me that hope that I could one day be big, like him.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
So,
yo,
you know, shout out, Sean. My least favorite part, and I put this in all caps, bolded. Not to be dramatic, but I truly hate Positive Vibes Only. It's just a bad song, fam.
That song is so skip worthy, bro. It's so skip worthy.
No. You're giving it slack. When you say skip worthy, you're saying that it should be on the album. It shouldn't be on the album. It shouldn't exist as a song. Don't let that off your hard drive. Burn your hard drive. Burn your hard drive, soul.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You like. Come on, man.
Look, I think it serves a purpose in the structure thing I was talking about.
What as some trite silliness between good songs? I absolutely disagree.
It's like a come down, like, you know, everybody sit down. It's the end of the party when everybody's leaving. Yeah, you know, but
you know what? I would have left by that point. I would have left by that.
You would have already been gone.
I would have grabbed my keys because I wouldn't have been drinking at that kind of party. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
like,
it's not a very great song. It's not a very great song. I hate to bash on a song called Positive Vibes Only.
and I'm willing to do that bashing, my friend. Look, it's kind of like if cymbals fell down the stairs, you know, like a pair of cymbals, you know, like the crash cymbals, and that's how they like sampled a pair of falling cymbals. It's such a bad song. So shout out to that song and the fact that I will probably never hear it again. So boom. I mean, that was a great. I think we got through that. I think this is the most we've agreed on an album as well.
Yeah.
This has been a very agreeable episode. Miles, what's going on here, man?
Dude, we both got Ab-Soul, a little space for Ab-Soul in our hearts. You know what I mean?
Forever and ever, amen. Straight up.
Like, bruh, do you have any bars you'd like to share that are your favorite?
Honestly, dude, it was so dense. Like I don't have any off the top of my head. And I was like, I went through it today. I listened to it again today, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab some and have a bunch of bars sitting here. And I literally was listening to it. And I was like,
Doug, I feel you, bro.
I was like, nah,
I feel
man.
You, man.
Go ahead. I know you got some. I
got a few. But I do want to say that this album is like so authentic. It's so easy for both of us to like this album, bro. Dude, I mean, I mean, if you're listening to ADHD by Kendrick Lamar in 2015, 2016, yeah. If you were
That
doing
wasn't when
that,
that came out, but if you mean like
if you
you
were
were listening to it after
that song, yeah,
in like 2015, 2016, yeah.
if you were getting drunk to swimming pools inappropriately, this album is for you, bud.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and Positive Vibes Only. I wrote something down for Positive Vibes Only, so to go back to that.
What did you write down?
This is what I wrote down. Kid Cudi Kanye track, LOL, with a splash of Lupe Fiasco.
That's why I hated it.
That's exactly
I didn't know why. And as soon as you said that, thank you so much, man. Because I hate having missed, like, undirected hate. You know what I mean? But now I know exactly where to point this.
From.
I want to know. I don't like just hating things to hate
just
them.
I want to hate,
very personally hate something, you know?
But to jump back forward to the bars thing,
sure,
he does actually say in that song, I'm leaving barriers broke while you barely awoke. What? What, bro?
You almost pulled out a calculator on that one.
Man. And I mean, how could we just shout out Good Man, the song, and Ab-Soul's energy on the beginning of Good Man, bruh. I would be remiss if we didn't say anything about that, dude. Seriously.
Niggas saying, ah!
Bruh, yeah. Backlit bastard. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it with this. These are the bars that I want to leave it with. On Gotta Rap, this man actually says, "So fuck is you telling me? I'm a celestial, not a fucking celebrity. Meaning I am not like them. My pool of thought will probably drown Aquaman. Treat an instrumental like I treat oxygen." And then he just says, "Had the 87 Chevy Celebrity." That mean we was the same age. The synergy was heavenly. Rolling through my city in a rush. On university so much I should at least have an AA? Dude? An AA? What? Bro, every time I hear that bar, I'm like, get the fuck out. You have to be writing something. You have to be,
He has to be writing this shit down. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way, my friend.
That reminds me of the bar off of Good Man where he's like, put it together. Absolute, that's true, you know? Bro.
He's a wizard. He's the wizard of us. Of us.
He's a word wizard. If he's not the best rapper alive,
then I'd love to meet whoever the fuck is.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. Right in your lobe.
Yeah. Ab-Soul is
Frontal
the
lobe.
greatest rapper alive.
It's very
I've ever heard.
He's got cerebral rap. I bet you there's a Spotify playlist that's called Cerebral Rap, and I would fucking wager that Ab-Soul is on that playlist, bud.
I would wager he is, but I'll put money on it. I'll put money against it, for sure.
I'll put 25 cents on that. 25
cents?
No problem.
All right.
Yeah. You have to think about it for a second. Kink. It's done.
Shook. Done.
Kink. Done.
I don't have Spotify, so you let me know how that goes. While you're looking that up.
Fuck.
While you're looking that up, what did you get from this album as a whole?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that until just now. Okay, let me.
Your time?
Ooh.
Take it.
Bro, I got from this album that, man, bro, it's like hip hop is like what you do. You know what I mean? Like, bro, the shit is just like, dude, trying to put it into words is so crazy, bro. Number one, Ab-Soul. I feel like Ab-Soul is back. I feel like Ab-Soul is back. That's like one of my takeaways. And when I mean by back, I mean by he'll probably drop another album in like 2 or 3 years. uh like spiritually though, man, it feels really good to grow up and still be yourself. You know what I mean? And kind of like the album art cover is him as a baby in front of records, and there's like a little bugle horn back there on the shelf. And there's so much about talking about himself and personal stuff and growth and like moving past things. I feel like it really gives off this like, we gotta evolve. Like I'm evolving. Like do better is like the thesis, I feel like, of the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that shit just feels good to like listen to somebody you've been listening to for so long, and you waited 6 years, and then you listen to the album. It's just like so fucking good. Like, bruh, it does something for your soul and yourself, especially with this kind of music. It's like it helps you grow. It helps you face that stuff that you've been facing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
That's my takeaway. What do you think?
My takeaway is a good album, man. I feel like I tend to kind of try and look into the future for things. And all in all, what I got from this album is something that I'm enjoying listening to.
Yeah.
Because I tend to set myself up and be like, oh, he's going to keep dropping shit. Oh, this is the beginning of something new. This is blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I always end up letting myself down by feeling that way. So what I'm going to say is I like this album a whole lot. I enjoy it. I think he enjoyed making it. At least it sounds like it. And I sure as fuck enjoy listening to it. So, I don't know. That's all I'm taking from it this time. Usually it's not, usually I get kind of like a deep thing from it, but this is just a good album to listen to, man. I feel like I can just take away a good album,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've struggled with. I'm like, I do try to find deeper meanings and everything, but this shit is just like, it's a fucking dope ass hip hop album, bro. Like,
it's a good album, bro.
Hip hop lives and breathes, and there you go.
Yep. Shout outs.
Ooh, shout outs. You got any shout outs?
Lance Skywalker dropped an album on February 10th.
Bro, that was actually one of my shout outs.
I haven't listened to it.
I asked you. You stole my shout out.
I've been listening to Spaceships on the Blade by Larry June a whole lot. So shout out that album. And also, I want to shout out Designer. This nigga is on track to drop an album.
What?
And he has released 2 tracks from said album that may or may not be coming out. And those 2 tracks are fucking hard. They're hard, dude.
Say less, bro. Say less.
Hard. My favorite one that I listened to it first time today was 2 in 1. And it came out 21st. Fucking banger, dude.
Fucking shout out Paramore. Paramore dropped their album.
The album came out. It came out. Have you heard it?
Yeah. No, I haven't listened to it. I did listen to the Skywalker one though, bro.
Okay, hold on. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers. I haven't heard it yet.
I'm not saying anything. I know better.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm nervous, man. Whoa, hey, whoa, there.
Actually, this
hey,
is exactly how I felt about it.
Starts a whole other episode. Shit,
man.
yeah. Any more shout outs? Anything else from you?
Bro. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Let's do a moment of silence, and then we will figure out the next album.
Ooh. I do have one more shout out.
Oh, shout it out.
Sorry about that. Shout out
Way too low.
Yeah. Shout out to Thunders of the Deep, the album by the Restoned.
The Restoned.
Shout. Yeah.
Is this new? Is this new work?
This is Re/Stoned. This is a good album. I like it. I'm into this shit now. So check it out if you're into like fantasy metal.
Okay.
slash just metal or rock, you know. It's good. It's
All
good
right.
guitars. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moment of silence. Did you have any more shout outs?
Yeah. No, that's it. On the shout out tip, that's all from your boy.
Wavy. All right, let's take a moment of silence for the gang and for anybody who just passed.
Yo.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So it's my turn to pick the next album.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And I'm picking something different.
Yeah, I think we should go in a different direction too.
It's
I
time.
agree with that.
And I've been talking about this album since the first episode.
Oh, goodness.
Because I still haven't listened to it. And it's time for me to listen to it.
All right.
It dropped quite some time ago. Not quite some time. It was like last year, mid-year.
Oh my god.
It is called...
That's 1,000. That's 1,000 years ago. That's 1,000 years ago.
It's literally, it's not. That's just not what that is. It's called Beatopia by Biba Doobie.
Slow down, bud. How do you spell that? How do you spell that for all the slower listeners out there?
I tried to say it as fast as I could. It's BEA.
And I mean that by like listening degree.
Yeah.
Pedigree. Yeah.
No, I got you. I got you, boss. The album name is BEATOPIA. Beatopia. And the name of the person is BEA.
Biba Doobie.
Biba Doobie.
Biba Doobie.
BADOOBEE. Biba Doobie.
That sounds like somebody who's really figured out their rap name. No, their artist name.
She's a vibe, man. She's a vibe.
She's not a rapper.
It's not rap. It's not rap at all.
So it's rap.
So yeah, that's a wrap for Lobe episode ?
Bro, this album came out on my fucking birthday.
Fuck off. No, it didn't.
Yes, it did, dude.
Fuck off.
Yeah, man. So you know what that means? I made it. I'm just I'm not Biba Doobie.
He said, "You know what that means? It's mine now."
It was made on my birthday. I had to make it. This is my birthday.
Yo. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's me on the cover there. That's exactly how I look. Oh, gosh. All right.
Oh, wow. Well, that has been an episode of Lobe. Thanks for watching or whatever. Yeah. You have a good rest
mostly
of...
Mostly
whatever. Mostly whatever. If I had to choose, definitely whatever. Yeah. All right. That's it. You got anything else?
Lobe out. Lobe in. Lobe out.
Lobe around, friends.
Lobe out, dude. Lobe out.
Bye.